But yeah, so I've been following you on social media too. I usually invite people or connect with people, I guess is the phrase, online shortly after I meet them. At least I try to, if I like them at least, so that shows you that I like you. But one thing you've been doing a lot recently amidst the quarantine, I think you might have even started it before the quarantine. You were asking people, like, Fun Fact Friday.
Fun Fact Friday.
Yeah, tell people about Fun Fact
I love
Friday
Fun
and
Fact
what you're doing
Friday.
with that, what your goal is, and some fun facts about you.
Fun Fact Friday started because I was really bored one day when I was off work. This
As
was
many
back-
great ventures do.
Yep, and somebody had posted just a random thought about themselves on Facebook, and I was like, I have a fun fact about myself, and that's how it started. My first one was I can't stand still when I brush my teeth. I cannot do it. I go from the bathroom into the bedroom and I pace around the bedroom. I don't know why, but I've always done that. So I was like, that's a weird, random fact about myself.
Yeah.
Wonder what I could learn about my friends. So I did it once, and then I wanted to continue it, but I always forgot to do it. So then I was like, you know, as a candidate for the PIC, what better way to get to know your constituents than to share a fun fact about yourself, and then maybe they'll share it back. And it took a while to take off. Now I'm learning some crazy things about some of the people that are around me. I've
lost
shared...
any friends from it?
No, no, and it's great because there's people. Just this last week, a girl talked about a reaction she has to, like, I believe it was sunlight or something like that.
Oh, weird.
It's just a weird thing that she thought she was by herself with it, and found out that there's another girl that had commented that week on it that knew exactly what she's talking about. So people are connecting also in ways by themselves.
That's crazy.
That about things that they thought nobody else could relate to.
See, I could never think of a fun fact about myself.
Oh, there's
I
always, it's just always just something random. It doesn't matter. There's no crazy fact
I
about
have 6
somebody.
toes. No, I'm kidding.
See, there we go.
I know.
I would then ask for a photo for proof.
So I feel like I'm not that interesting. I also just feel like most of my life is kind of an open book because I'm doing this, because I'm always networking. I'm just always having conversations with people. I feel like I kind of tell my whole story always.
There's always something. There's times where I'll sit in front of the computer and I'll have it all written there because I do the little presentation with Fun Fact Friday all bold and big and all that stuff, so it stands out. But there's times I'll sit there for a good hour sometimes with that pulled up on Facebook, trying to think of some random fact that people would find interesting, and then sometimes when it's a good one, the feed just fills up. And then there's times where my fact is really boring and dumb, and nobody says anything.
What's the craziest fact you heard?
Without
providing the name,
the one about the sunlight.
Okay.
About heat and stuff like that, and that
did the person just get a rash or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was crazy.
That is random.
So that's probably about the most random fact I've come across, but it's something that I now have a timer on my phone to remind me every week that we gotta post a fun fact about ourselves. I'm going to be pushing that over to the Instagram page this next week because I want to see what we can get from
different
that.
Followers there. And Instagram people are more open, I think. I don't know.
Plus, you got to share a photo, so you get more proof. So that's the best part. But I like interacting with people with it.
Yeah. That reminds me of something that I saw online a while back called Big Talk. It was maybe this YouTube channel or something. It was definitely a video. It was a Facebook video. But this girl went up. She was about our age, like in between our age, and she would go up to strangers in the park and be like, "Hey, what's your biggest fear?" And she'd have a microphone. And they're like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Well," she goes, "Well, usually people just kind of pitter-patter and talk about the weather, especially in the Midwest. Talk about the weather." Yeah, that's 90% of my conversations. Talk about just very fleeting things. And she goes, "That's not really fun. Like, I want to learn who you are as a person." and she made this whole channel about it. And I think there's even like question prompts to use with like you and your significant other or like family members. It's this whole like movement, I believe. I hope she's still doing it. It was a while ago that I learned about it.
It's awesome. I mean, if you think about it, and I urge people to share it, or if they don't share it, to tag your friends.
Yeah.
If you share a fun fact about yourself, tag a couple of your friends. Figure out what you can learn about them, because everybody has a ton of different weird, unique things about them. Some people, I think this last week, somebody posted that they'd watched so many movies while being quarantined. Yeah, it's not anything random, and it's not anything glamorous or funny or outrageous, but it's a fun fact. So you sat there, and what movies were they? Did you sit and watch the whole theatrical release of Lord of the Rings? What was it? You know, is it like me? Fun fact, I'm on season 29 of The Simpsons.
I don't think I've ever watched one episode of The Simpsons.
Neither had I. And if that's a word, neither have I.
Yeah.
Until Disney Plus came out, and when Verizon...
It's on Disney?
It's on Disney Plus.
Really?
And when Verizon was awesome and gave all of their unlimited members a year of free access to Disney, I was like, okay, I will sit here and watch Simpsons. So since Disney Plus has been released, it has taken me this long, and I have 1.5 seasons left.
29?
Yeah, there's 30 seasons, so I'm about a season and a half left, and then I don't know what I'm going to Corona binge watch next.
That's going to become a phrase or a hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm very much a South Park guy. South Park is how I get all my news.
4 times now I've watched the entire season of South Park 4 times now.
The entire series, you mean?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's something to brag about.
Definitely not.
Thanks. Now in defense, like The Simpsons, I don't just sit there and watch it all day long.
You have it on the background.
I do.
Yeah,
like,
I do the same thing.
Especially the animated shows like South Park, Family Guy, American Dad, Futurama. Those shows, you don't really need to just sit there and watch it.
Right.
You can have it going on, like I'll have it on the iPad just off my peripheral. So every once in a while I'll glance over to give me a quick break from what I'm doing. But it's always a background noise. Sure. I'm not a music person like I used to be.
Sure.
Where everybody has the radio or iHeart or something like that going. I have Hulu or Disney Plus.
Yeah, there's something about
background.
that. People just like, some people just naturally, that's a hard word too, just have like noise going on in the background. Like so many people fall asleep with the TV on, or just like, oh my god, do you really?
But it's funny because all day long, I will always have Hulu, Disney, something like that going, except from 3 to 8 in the morning.
That's your time. That's
peace and quiet. My cats are even trained not to make noise at that time. So
you're the reason my internet's so slow recently. Because you're always streaming. Actually, I'm a total geek. I always have Bloomberg Live TV on in the background because I love the stock market and I love investing, and I like seeing the, you know, they always have breaking news too about like Trump coming on and talking about the coronavirus or whatever it is. So that's kind of my news. But what drives me crazy is I do health insurance, so as you know too. And
go down.
I'm pretty good. My shameless plug. Modern Health Solutions. Do you know? I have a name for my agency now.
No.
Modern Health Solutions.
Did not know
had to be
that.
.org because if I wanted the .com, I had to drop a cool $9,000.
Oh.
Which is so much money for a .com.
You should have just asked.
No, you need those to campaign. But in my Medicare appointments, I'm old school. I like doing in person too. So this whole quarantine is driving me crazy and stir crazy. But going to Medicare appointments, and I don't want to just knock on the old people because it's not just them, but we'll be trying to talk and they'll be getting their Medicare cards out and everything. But in the background, obviously, as you age, your hearing kind of depletes a little bit. They'll just
I'm
have
already
the
there.
TV blasting, and I'm like trying to have a conversation. It's so distracting. But I'm the same way. I have TV on in the background. I'm always listening to podcasts. I'm watching movies in the background while working. Music. I'm still in the music phase.
I wish
there's
I
just
was.
something about that.